Now Shaco might not see an insane boost, you see, in effectiveness, but to the 3 Shaco Masters of there, we salute you. What?
Why so serious?
Hello guys, it's Shaco here, and well, finally the season is over. We ended in 9 months, so good luck for us. And everything has changed. We have so many new items, so many new. We have a new champion incoming. The new Masteries. Everything has changed with the new season. So there is a lot to talk about. But today I will want to focus on Masteries. I want to show you the new Mastery set, the new Mastery trees, and how they affect Shaco. And I will do it at the moment. In this moment, the Masteries for Shaco I will be using. I will do it with you, and there we will also see a little bit about items and how the items have changed and how they will affect Shaco. But well, let's start with the new season Masteries that seems super interesting. The system is a little bit different. The utility tree has changed. It's not utility anymore. It's called cunning, and it's actually much more interesting than defensive one for Shaco. So let's give a look for this. First, let's start with ferocity tree, and unless before we can't, you see, we can't pick all the points in 2 masteries of the same level. You have to, you only have 5 points to give to this level, and the first one it's attack speed, so that will help us in clear, or this that will increase our damage with ability and spell damage. Hence, since the spell damage increases only at 2%, and as Shaco you won't be spamming abilities that much, we're going to take Fury, so we can clear faster, safer, and we won't take that much damage on jungle. The next one, it's the double-edged sword that already was on the last season Masteries. We deal more damage and melee, and we'll take a little bit more damage too. I like to take risky Shaco, so I will take this one. We could also take this, you know, it's actually a lot, but it's a little bit of heal, of 20 health when we kill a unit on monster on jungle, but since the cooldown is 20 seconds, I'm not sure it's actually worth it, so I will take this since I like to focus on assassination. And this will, while 3% may seem not really much, on late game we will notice that. I will show you why. This is already a 3% increase on our damage. The next level, we have Masteries, which gives lifesteal, which will become into more sustain in the jungle, and natural tunnel that will increase our attack damage depending on our level. In fact, you can choose whatever you want. This will lead into safer jungle. It's 2%, so since I will talk more about it, our sustaining jungle will be a little bit nerfed because they'll nerfed time a little bit, and our clears won't be as fast as they were. So we can take this or we can take this. It probably depends on you. I think I will take this because I want to test this out, but I might change as long as the season advances, as long as I play, I may change it too. The next one is Bounty Hunter. You deal 1% increased damage for each unique champion and you kill. That means if you kill all 5 champions all the game, you know, you kill the top, the jungler, the mid laner, the support and the carry, if you kill all 5, you get a 5% damage increase, which along with this is an 8% damage increase. It's fucking crazy. And luckily enough, as Shaco, you're one that this is Mastery. I think it's meant for early game players, any game champions. It's actually kinda easy to kill every single champion as Shaco early game. No matter if you have a Bolívar or a Malphite top, if the gank is properly executed, you can do it. So I will take this. The other one, it's also interesting. You deal 2.5% increased damage to targets with impaired movement. And you will say, huh, but why grow? You have a permanent slow, so you will proc this all the time. Yeah, so you can choose actually Shacomaniacs, you can choose between these two. With this, you have a 2.5% damage assured. So you will have in all the games this. along with this, we'll have, if my math is correct, I multiply for B, I think it's 5.5% damage increase, which is actually very nice. If you like more risky games and you think you see the enemies, you see the enemy composition, and you think you will be able to kill all 5 early game, I think this mastery is worth it, since this will become into an 8% damage increase, which is crazy a lot. Then one is battering blows, which gives armor penetration, or piercing thoughts that increase magic penetration. This is tricky because I think I will stick to this one, because I will go into full AD Shaco in the next season, and I will try to maximize all my damage on the first auto hit. But our E, our 2-shift poison, deals magical damage, so this you can split between this. It's up to you. I think I will try to begin. I will try to begin with this, but you may try to split this too, and this is not a bad decision at all. Yeah, I think I will split. And this is what we call the legendary ultimate super strong masteries. And just for Shaco, it's just too obvious. Wardless Bloodless, critical strikes, deceive anyone, heal for 15% of the damage dealt, and grant you 20% attack speed. That means that along with this you have 4% attack speed when you crit. So every time you gank, every time you crit from behind with deceive, you get a 20% attack speed buff for 4 seconds. That's super long time. In addition, you will heal. So this super strong mastery not only gives you attack speed, but gives you sustain in jungle. If you feel that you are a little low on HP when you are jungling, you just, instead of placing a box or using a 2-shift poison, if you are full in mana but low on HP, you can just Q any monster and you will heal, so you will have HP again. That's super nice, and will lead into some good team, some good plays also, right? You know, being low and people chase you, but then you Q in and heal. That's going to be interesting. This, your budget attack spell grant your stack of fireball, blah 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 blah. It's more like for auto tanking champions. It's good, it's nice, but I don't think it's good for Shaco. Maybe, I don't know. If I lead into attack speed Shaco, I don't think so. I may try this out, but I don't think so. And this is meant for mages, so forget it. No, that will be my choose for Shaco Ferocity 3. You can change between this, you can even change between this. So it's nice because I think all kinds of combinations are pretty viable. So you don't have to stick into one. I think it's very nice from Riot. That gives a lot of choices for us. The next tree, I fucking fell in love with this tree. Even when I thought I would stick into defensive tree, I don't stay with here anymore. I tell you why. Long ago, like 2 days ago, we had a mastery that would give us flat HP increase. That's very nice for Shaco because it increases our dwelling power early game. But now the defensive tree that gives us HP, it's percentage. It's scaled with percentage of your maximum health, and you won't be getting tons of HP as Shaco, and you can't get flat HP. I don't think it's worth it anymore. This is good for jungling, but I have to test. I have to test this. This is not convincing me much. But this is super good. We have the Wanderer that increase our moving speed out of combat. This may be nice for ganking, but I think I will stick with this, since we are not having defensive tree. We're not having bonus health anymore. This will need it. Every time basic attack and single target spell deal 5 bonus damage to minions and monsters. This, if you add this to the items, the new item in jungle, will give us enough sustain to survive without HP or armor. But well, we have to test this out too. Then these masteries were super good for supers. For super squad, these were super nice for supers. These were nice for junglers, since it let us have a rough for more long time. Buff grant by jungler monsters flat 50% longer. We're going to take this. Nearly Shaco has invited you. No thanks. We're going to take this. Just our red will last longer. with the in season 5 we couldn't take this. We couldn't take this mastery because we stuck into defensive tree. Now that we are using this tree, we can take this, and with red will last longer, and our first blue buff will last longer. So we don't have to back that fast. That's good, very good. There goes the third level of the cunning tree. This is super good. I love this one. It's fucking amazing. This is meditation. It gives you mana regeneration. Shit. We like this. Merciless. You deal 5 increased damage to champions below 40% health. You know what this means? This is 5% damage. If you add this to this, is 8% damage. And if you add this and you stack this, it's 13% damage increase. So that's fucking amazing. If you find someone that is trying to flee at less than half HP, if it already was easy for Shaco to assassinate someone that was a little bit low, this will buff us a lot. This is super good. I fucking love this. I love it. And you say, well, but you will still have one mastery to assign here. This is money for supports. It's money for supports. I don't think I will use this. I will going to stake into Dangerous Game that I already loved on the last season. That this, in fact, this mastery was in this tree, was in Ferocity tree, and they moved into Cunning. We're going to take it since I like to take risk. I like to make plays, and an extra healing and restore on mana may be super useful. So you know, not only because of HP, but only because of mana. Sometimes I can assassinate someone, but I don't have enough mana to deceive away, and I think this mastery will help us out. That will be mostly my mastery page for this season. I'm still not sure about how to use the rune page. Let's give a new name. How could we call this new page? Let's see. Shaco is back, bitches. That's it. That's a good name. So this will be the masteries I will be using. So guys, let's directly focus now on what actually changed on Shaco. After tons of patches, tons of months and seasons, Shaco finally got some fixes that we asked for a very long time, and Riot kinda do it very well. So let's give a look at it. The first one is the fixes on ultimate. I think this is the most important fix for Shaco, at least on high Gilo and on team fights. Hallucinate had little trouble is that when you had a buff, a Shaco, when you had red and you had blue, it was more like a disadvantage than an advantage, especially on team fights, because you go in, you assassinate someone, you split, and enemies would say, okay, the Shaco that has the buff is the real one, let's just focus it. And that was kinda messed. It was very hard to do plays with the clone, because people would notice so fast what Shaco is the true one just by looking at the buff. This has been fixed. Now, when you split, your clone will have also a fake version of your buff. A fake version means that if you have red, your clone's red won't deal true damage. However, you will have the visual effect of red. That's super good, because that means that when you split, enemies won't be able to see what Shaco is the real just by looking at the buff, since bot will have the buffs. This is very good. Take careful, because be careful or take care. Be careful, because if a clone hits enemy, and enemy sees that he doesn't receive true damage, they may know that this Shaco is not the real. It's hard that enemies notice that, but they notice that, so be careful with that. So 10 points for Gryffindor to Riot for this. These fake buffs will help us a lot to do plays with Shaco, and will let us have more fun with it overall on team fights. The second fix includes the phasing. You may not know that, but if you were Shaco and you split and use your ultimate, the real Shaco, when after the split, would face the same direction he was facing before splitting. So a good Shaco player that had a Shaco on the front could see which Shaco was real just by looking at the place he was facing. That was kinda hard, but it's a good fix. Now when you split, both real Shaco and fake Shaco will look at random directions, so glad for us. And the last fix, which is super important, and we have been asking this for so much time, we finally got it. It's a timer for Shaco. Not enemies, not allies, only you will be able to see when your clone is about to explode. So you can play, you can do more plays, you can use the damage of your clone before exploding, you know? Sometimes it's like, yeah, the hallucinate deals damage, but I don't know how to use it since I won't know when the clone will explode. Now you know it. You can see when the clone will explode, and just when you see the timer is going, you can send it into an enemy and explode it. That's very good. Thank you to Riot for this. And well, send more 10 points to Gryffindor to Riot for this. And let's move into the E, which is it has a brand new passive that it's fucking amazing for sustain and jungle. You know the passive of Shaco had on E is that when you attack monsters, that monsters got poisoned and they may miss the attack. If after attacking you, they may miss it. So that means that you may attack the Grump and maybe it dealt no damage because he missed every single attack, or maybe it almost killed you because he doesn't miss any single attack. That was kind of random. And with this, now instead of this miss chance, you lower the attack speed by almost a 30%. That's a fucking lot of time, a lot of amount. Every time you attack it. So if you go to a camp, you attack every single monster over there, and all these monsters will slowly attack you. That will affect a lot positively to Shaco's sustain and jungle, since monsters won't be able to deal damage to you, since they will attack very slow. That's super good fix, and I think it will help Shaco a lot, especially Shaco sustain, and overall he's moving on the jungler and enemy 1 without taking risks. Well guys, you saw the main fixes for Shaco on this new patch and the incoming season. That was very good fixes that would help us a lot, and you also saw the masteries I will be using at least from now on. If I change something, I will fix it on my guide on mobafire. So be sure, if you don't know if the masteries are updated or not, be sure to check the guide, my guide on mobafire, that is on the description of the video, so you will be always updated. Be ready because I will this week upload a video about the items I'll be using, the runs I'll be using, and well, so many things are coming. I hope guys you enjoyed this. I hope I didn't bore you, and well, those are my main ideas. If you have any idea, any suggestions, any doubt, feel free to write it down and I will try to answer them as soon as I can. So that's all guys. I'm Whitecrow, thank you for watching, and if you know, you are fucking sexy.